looking here. We have guardian angels that are personified, and some people will feel a guardian angel, you know, in a more abstract thing, or in signs. They'll see a feather and they'll know that their guardian angel is here. And, you know, we have a choice when we're like, oh, wow, that's a sign from my guardian angel. They're here, they're with me. And what's happening when you see a sign like that, you see a feather, any color, a feather, you're like, it's like, okay, what was I thinking before that? Because my archangel, my guardian angel really liked that thought. What was it? What was I thinking? Or you could say, oh, really? Wow, a white feather in it. Oh, and you feel that it's from your guardian angel. So then you just stop and receive more. So you can ask, okay, thank you for showing up and letting me know you're here. Is there anything that I need to know? So you're not asking what you want to know. You want to know that whatever silly plan your ego came up with is going to work out. But you want to ask what you need to know. You're asking that the archangels what you need to know, because they see a much bigger picture. We get focused in while we're in the body, and we get way focused in. So these are some of the cards that we can look at. I have all of these Archangel Michael cards, and I added one more too, that any one of you might get a message from in the next minute or two. What is it? Which one don't I have up there? This one. Okay. So here's another Archangel Michael card that you could receive, and we'll see what kind of messages you get. I'm about to give everybody here a message from Archangel Michael. Are there any questions before we start that process?
Renee, are those cards you were showing, they were all Archangel Michael?
Yeah, all of these are Archangel Michael. I have 9 cards, and I have 4 different decks, 4 different card decks with Archangel Michael. You can tell I've been doing this for a long time and been focusing in on the archangels.
Yeah, me too.
All right, so here I am. I've got my 9 cards, and I'm shuffling them in kind of, I'm shuffling them in a different way than usual because there's only 9 cards. But I feel like Leanne is getting the first message, and I stopped on this one. This card deck is the Angel Tarot. Oh my God, I just saw what it was. Okay, so here's your card, Leanne. And do you know the tarot at all, Leanne? If you want to unmute and let us know.
I'm sorry. No, I don't. Sorry.
Oh, okay. All right. So actually, Archangel Michael is the only archangel that showed up 3 times in the 22 major arcana cards. So there's like everyday cards with fire, water, earth, and air, 1 through 10. And then they have kings and queens and knaves. And then the major arcana cards are more like, okay, what is happening for me on a soul level during this time? Mm-hmm. So the minor arcana cards are like what's happening in the mundane day-to-day stuff. And then what's happening to me, how is my soul growing, is the major arcana cards, and the archangels take over this the place of the major arcana cards in this deck. So here we are. If you can't see this, because you see all of us, what you can do is you can go up to view, take your cursor and go up to view and click it, and then hit speaker view so that you would see me and you would see the card better. So Leanne, this is the ultimate card, the last card in the cycle, the world card. So they start out with the Fool's Journey at card 0. go on to different aspects, different archetypal aspects of, and energies that move through. And the very last card is the World card. And so Archangel Michael is here, okay, and he's holding two staffs here. And he is in a golden bubble of protection. And he has these sapphires around him. So Archangel Michael is related to the color blue, the blue of sapphires, which is why I'm wearing all of this blue today. And if anybody here brought some blue with them, or are wearing blue, or have something blue, during this time when we're looking at Archangel Michael, we can wear our blue if you want to get into the vibration of this royal blue color. Blue comes in many tints and shades, but this is the blue that relates most strongly to Archangel Michael. And if you want to bring him, one of the ways to say, oh, he's here, is if you start seeing blue light, okay? So that's one thing that's going on. And you can see that he's got an infinity sign at the bottom. Lupi and I have a teacher who's always talking about how healing these infinity signs are. She calls them figure eights, but we've got infinity signs. So we're in this deck, seeing an infinity sign on both sides is not only healing, okay, but it's also making us realize that we have access to all of the information that we need. We just may not be seeing it. Okay, and so we're asking the archangels who see what we're asking them for our next thing that we need to know. Because if they told us everything we need to know, I'd be overwhelmed in 2 seconds. So we're looking at, we have infinite access, but we want to know our next indicated step, what we need to know. Because I couldn't handle knowing the whole story. So I tried that when I was 4, and all I did was cry and didn't want to go through all of that crap that I knew I was going to go through. So not advised to kind of jump ahead and look in the future. Nah, I don't advise that. I want to look as much in the future to know what my next indicated step is. And I rely on the archangels to help me with that. So for Leanne, this card for you, I'm inviting you to focus on Archangel Michael's energy and the color blue, but also feeling yourself protected, because Archangel Michael is the Archangel of protection, and feeling a golden circle around you so that you are, just holding what is serving you, and you've let go. Everything else is outside of this golden protection. Everything that no longer serves you is outside this golden protection.
Wow.
Okay, so feedback.
Well, it just was so spot on, because last month I was doing a trip from here to Arizona back again, and I had a major storm, and it really scared me so much. I went through a weather, like a dust storm, and then the rain and everything, and the visibility was off, and it was scary on the road. And I thought, I just can't go through this again. And I got really, I won't go through the whole thing, but I got really concerned with going over certain passes on the roads that I normally take. And I thought, this is not like me. It's just not like me. So I turned it over to the archangels. And it's interesting that here comes Archangel Michael, because he is the one that is the prayers of protection. Yeah. And I went out today and I did some errands. I went over the pathways that I had some fears of, and I had no problem. And I thanked all the angels.
Yes, that's so awesome.
Yeah,
Awesome. When we thank the angels, when we realize, oh my gosh, when we thank them, guess what? They're going to be like with us more. We're going to see them easier.
right.
Yeah. So that's beautiful.
And
Okay,
also having more information coming my way. Love it.
beautiful. Yeah. Access to more information. So that'll be
Thank you.
good.
Thank you, Renee.
Okay, so our next person that came is Lupe. So I'm going to actually close my eyes and say, oh, this is Lupe's card. Oh my gosh. Okay. So here, this Archangel Michael card is crystal clear intentions. I'm going to widen my screen a little bit so that the recording can pick these cards up better. Okay, so crystal clear intentions. So Archangel Michael is helping us with our choices. Okay, because while we're here, while we decide to come down here and incarnate, and one of the things we're learning about is choice. Besides like learning about texture and taste and all those 5 sensory things, we're also learning about choice and making choices, making our own choices. And so when we have crystal clear intentions, a lot of times we don't want to do something big and new until we really get that clarity. So we're waiting before you make a big decision, like a big move, or, you know, the kind of the larger thing, you know, what you're going to do next, or, you know, larger decisions on who you're spending time with in relationships and in all of those kinds of things. We want to have crystal clear intentions about setting intentions that you're asking what you need to know from the angels, and then you're seeing, and when you see it, you're illuminated and you see it and it's clear, then you act on it, then you move forward with it, then you take action, big action. Go ahead, take that big action, because Archangel Michael, you can see him, he's holding the end of the sword, you know, the end that you hold, you know, if you're actually going to use it. So he's about ready to take action. He's holding that part of the sword that says, okay, we're ready for action, people. So there's some decision that you are about ready to take action on. So I don't know what's going on. What do you think, Lupe?
Smooth transition into old age, Renee.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Okay. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And you wear it so beautifully.
Oh, thanks.
Yes, Lupe does aerobics every single friggin' day, and she's way older than I am. She's doing a lot.
But I did read on Mr. Michael, Archangel Michael, and one of the things it said about the blue. So
Yeah.
blue's become my favorite color, and also gold, and also this is to attract him too. Like you said, something different. You said if you see blue, now I'm going to be looking for blue. But I like to wear blue when I'm thinking of him, you know, and I like to put. They say you could attract him with frankincense.
Ah, there you go. Yeah. So there's all kinds of books that says, okay, this archangel is this and this archangel is that, and blah, 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 blah. And take as much of that as resonates for you. If somebody's left brain went in and figured it all out, right? If it doesn't work for you, just stick with the things that are like, oh, yeah, for me, this is how I know that it's this archangel. Or they might just even tell you might just hear Archangel Michael and you go, oh, hello, you know, hello, Archangel Michael. Okay. Or you might see something like one time I was looking at Archangel, there was an archangel that was definitely there for somebody else that was doing healing on me while I was getting a healing. And I'm just like, oh, and because they were right here, the last time I had an archangel right there was Archangel Uriel. So I thought it was Archangel Uriel. And then there was this shift, and there was this image of this angel blowing a trumpet, blowing one of those, blowing a horn, like Archangel, blow your horn, right? And I'm like, oh, it's not Archangel Uriel, it's Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel was the archangel that came for the woman that was doing the healing on me. And she already had an established relationship with Archangel Gabriel. And I was able to give her a message from him. So it's sometimes, you know, you'll just see something that says, oh, you know, that's that angel. Okay. It. So Lupe, you have this card deck. This is the card deck you have. So look for what it says in the deck after this class.
Okay.
You know, so that you can take a deeper look into.
Well, I have the deck, but I don't have the little booklet.
Oh, you don't have the booklet.
No.
Okay. Remind me, send me an email and I will send you what it says in the little booklet.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
But you have to send me an email, because the minute I get off here, I set up the thing on, you know, on YouTube,
send you an
and
email.
Facebook page, and then it's just like I might forget. And so just, you know, if you want it, email me.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
Oh, Renee, now that I have your attention, just for a second, I think I'm bringing like $40 tomorrow for the calendar.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, no, it's only, no, it was only 22. So,
Oh, okay. Whatever.
okay. 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 Our next person that showed up is Melissa. So I'm pulling a card for Melissa. Oh, this is Melissa's card. Oh, wow. Okay. So Melissa, this is your card, and this card is from Angel Guide, which is a Kyle Gray deck. And so this is Archangel Michael, according to, it's a very interesting Archangel Michael. Now you see that he has a different complexion in this card than in this card. Kyle Gray sees Archangel Michael with this complexion. So different people see in different ways. Now he's got this white bubble of protection around him. So in this card, we have the gold bubble of protection. In this card, we have the white bubble of protection. So when you're calling in Archangel Michael, you can feel the like white, pure white bubble around you, as if he is now protecting you. So, and before you set that bubble of protection, there is a white sword. So in this card, it's got a white sword, so that and it actually has a bottom to it, but you can use the sword. He's in the middle of using this. It's like he just used the sword to cut away any cords or anything that's not serving you, and you know, cutting away the cords here, cutting away the cords behind you, cutting away the cords at the bottom of your feet, so that you learn to use this sword of protection to cut away what you need to release, what no longer serves you. It's something that we do in all the full moon ceremonies, is releasing what no longer serves. And so the image of cutting away the things that no longer serve us, we can start to feel free of those, put a bubble of protection around us once we feel just within us what we are actually using, what is actually serving us. And you can kind of see that he has blue and white, and he has a blue and white shield too. So it's not so Archangel Michael might not just come in blue. It might be like this, like the shirt I'm wearing that's got blue and white in it. Okay, so Melissa, do you want to unmute and tell us if anything that I said about this card resonates with you?
Yeah, I definitely feel protected, and I feel like also been tapping into boundaries and my own ability to protect myself and to, speak my truth with a little more ease. And I really love the white light because I do a lot of that, like, meditation, like guided meditation, like imagining you're surrounded by a white, very bright, healing and nurturing and safe light. So it's very timely and it resonates well. So I love it. Thank you.
Beautiful. Okay, yeah. So that the white light of protection and Archangel Michael, the archangel of protection, the whole thing is making sense. That if there's an archangel involved in that meditation, it would be Archangel Michael, and you can ask him to come in stronger, or you can just you can ask him to help you learn more how to protect yourself. So instead of, a lot of times people will call on the archangels to do something for them that they can do for themselves. And Melissa just indicated that she's already working on learning how to protect herself, which is really good. Archangel Michael can help us make our aura stronger so that we can feel that protection. Okay, so Brenda, we've got a card for you. Let's see what we've got here. Oh, okay, I was going to give you this one, but this one jumped, so I'm giving you this one. Isn't that funny? Okay, so this is also from the tarot deck, Angel Tarot by Bradley Valentine. And here we've got Archangel Michael. We've got he's in gold. He's got this huge gold halo above him. He's got a staff of light going upward. Okay, so it's like the idea is to illuminate what is above you. So that's the idea with this card. And then the sword, he's planting it. He's planted the sword in the ground. So it's like he's saying, okay, anchor. He's like saying, get, anchor, ground. You are protected. You are pulling into this groundedness. And when you relate to the sword as kind of as if we are the sword, we can put our arms out like this and feel like we are the sword, and our feet are grounded like into the point into the earth. So if we can feel like our feet are like planted into the earth like a sword, and then feeling the energy, it's like protecting with a diamond-like energy, throughout us. So do you have anything that resonated? And this, in the tarot, if you know tarot, this is the 4. And so if you have energy with 4, or if you have energies with the Emperor card in the tarot, and the Emperor card is very logical, and here it is, and here's my foundation, and here's my square, and don't you dare mess up. And so do you have anything that resonates with you on this card?
Oh, as you know, all of it. So the grounding, definitely, because I'm still a bit, I wouldn't say I'm discombobulated, but I'm still not quite fully grounded, after all the work that I did for those, that time. I'm certainly fine, but I'm not quite there. But I love that image of the diamond like protection, with the feet planted in the ground. And the number 4 actually is my life path in numerology. So, so that certainly resonates there too. Yeah. And that about the illumination, because I really feel like that's definitely the stage that I've been in, is receiving a lot of that wisdom, that illumination. So all of it, yeah, all of it.
Yay. Beautiful. Okay, so that's why I was going to give you another card, and this one said, I'm Brenda's card. Okay, Annabelle's with us. Woohoo, Annabelle! You came just in time to get a card. This is your card. Oh So I've been saying, oh, Archangel Michael is blue, but in this deck, this is a Kyle Gray deck, and it is Ascended Masters, his Ascended Masters deck, and he doesn't have Archangel Michael in blue. He has him in orange because he thinks of Archangel Michael as a flame, you know, so like a flame, like,
Yes.
you know, like
So
on
what's his
fire.
name?
This is
What-
Archangel Michael. All the cards we drew
Oh.
from different decks of, and they're
Of
from
Archangel
Archangel
Michael.
Michael.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so this one is trusting heaven. So it can feel like you're on fire sometimes, but you've got to trust in the process that maybe this fire you're complaining about is actually purifying.
Yes.
Is actually what you actually need.
Mm.
And, you know, so you just got to trust heaven, and you're like, gotta, you know, go, oh God. Okay, so I'm going to take care of myself because this is hard. But I know I'm just going to trust the flow. I'm just going to trust what's happening. I'm going to just trust my next indicated thing. So, Annabelle, I think that you are a fiery person, and so I'm thinking that Archangel Michael might not come to you in blue like he comes, you know, to some other people, but he might come as kind of a flame, like come to you more like fire. So do you have anything that resonates?
You know,
with this?
I can appear as very fiery, but actually I'm very earthy. Like I have so much earth, and now I'm being more watery. So the fire is more what I've been missing, actually.
Oh, so maybe you can ask Archangel Michael for some of that you.
Yes. And
Yeah.
I've been really, in the last 2 years, I've been enjoying so much making a fire and embodying the energy of the fire and really using it to transform whatever emotion is happening within myself that is not serving me, that I know of, and then transforming it into something much more peaceful and, you know, really alchemizing this. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it comes up, you know, and that fire has been yeah. And you know, I really want to make that my priority. Wherever I'm going to live, I need to be able to have my fire pit and to make a fire for myself every day if I need to, and to be okay with that.
Beautiful.
So yeah.
Ask Archangel Michael to help you with all of that.
Thank you.
Yeah. Just ask him, okay, what do I need to know? What's my next step? What's my next indicated step?
Yes.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Be beautiful because you are trusting. You are trusting.
Oh, and look what I just got.
Oh my gosh, let's talk about that later. That's her book, everybody. That's her book.
I know, I just got it in the mail.
Let's talk after this. See, you guys miss something if you don't join us on Zoom. We talk after.
I know, it's nice. Zoom is good.
Zoom is good. Okay, I'm going to share my screen again. Okay, and just really briefly, this is the things that are going on. All planets are now direct. There's going to be a Venus conjunct Mars happening on the 15th. We're going to have a full moon in Leo coming up on the 16th. We're going to move into Pisces after that. And there's going to be more light codes on 2/22/22. So if you enjoyed 2/22, then 2/2/22 was going to be like, wow. Okay. So our next class, we worked on Archangel Michael. This time we're going to work on Archangel Raphael, which is the Archangel of Healing. These are 3 of the cards that are going to be in the mix that we might work with. Then the following Monday, we're going to be Archangel Gabriel and then Archangel Shamiel. And we'll see how, you know, if we want to keep going with this. There is an option. Last week, I was saying that this class was going to be happening on Thursday, and it's not going to be happening on Thursday. It's going to be happening in March. So we're looking at working with the archangels in depth. So we looked at some cards and we got some messages this time, and we learned some things about Archangel Michael and how to spot him and how to work with him, right? But we're going to really dive into a meditation that really activates that helps us activate and help us really strongly connect with Archangel Michael in the purest way. And then we're gonna, so these are Thursdays in March. So March 10th, it'll be Archangel Michael, and then the 17th will be Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Shamiel. The same ones we're working with in the cards, we'll be working with in-depth meditations, activating a strong connection and strong relationship. So in order to get the Zoom link for that class, it's going to be on Thursdays at 6 Pacific time. You make a donation, any amount that you want. If you make a donation of $55 at least, then you will get the Zoom link for the Thursday class. You'll get the links to the Monday class replays, all of them. You'll get handouts for each archangel that we're going to cover. And so this is like an example of the Archangel Michael handout that I created. And I created this because these are things that we talk about in relation to Archangel Michael, and you can like take notes and write down stuff about Archangel Michael. So like you could use these while we're doing the informational kind of part of the class. And then when we actually do the meditation, we're going to be working with on a very deep level, all of these things. And so when you go to write in your journal, a lot of times that you can write down just, what you remember that was like so powerful in your meditation, and you write that down and have that in your journal, and that's great. But there might be things that you missed. That like, oh my gosh, yeah, I did work with Archangel Michael's sword. I forgot that part because I was so into, the part about truth and the throat chakra, which is Archangel Michael has to do with truth in the throat chakra, which we didn't really talk about that much today, but it's definitely part of the whole Archangel Michael gestalt. So you'll be able to go back on the handout and go, oh, okay, well, gee, I didn't write about the sword, so let me go back and I'm going to write about it here. So this will help jog your memory on what the heck, what happened, what did I really experience, as we get so much information when we do these meditations that we want to catch all of the things that come to us. So you'll get that handout. So, and if you want a private session with me, also those people, I already have one amazing person who donated over $166. And so they're going to get a one-on-one 1 hour session with me whenever they want. So that's pretty cool. And I have another person who really wants to do this, and so I'm going to have to call her and tell her it's not happening Thursday. And then how do you pay me? Well, paypal.me/Renee Varnador. So I'll go ahead. This link is in the email that I sent out, and I will put it on the Facebook page too. And if anybody if you have a question about that, stay on and ask me. We're gonna sing, since it's 3:01, we're gonna sing our closing song right now. I think everybody knows the words, so I'm gonna stop sharing that, and I'm going to put in the chat my PayPal link in case you want it. Okay, there it is. You guys should all see it. Okay. So now we're going to look at each other as if we're holding out our hands, and we're all together and we're singing, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace, in this circle of love, in this circle of peace. I feel our unity, love, sweet security. I feel our unity, love, sweet circle of love, in the circle of peace. Thank you, everybody. See you next week with Archangel Raphael, the healing angel. And if you have emerald green, bring your emerald green scarf clothes.